Hello. So the objective of this video is to explain this website that I had created, which is tanutSengupta.com. And this is a website that I had created back in 2020 using just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The entire HTML was in just one file, whereas CSS and JavaScript were in other files. So in today's video, I'm just going to explain the features that this had, along with the code on how I had created it. The code and everything is available in GitHub, which will be posting the link in the description. So without further ado, let me start. So in the beginning, this is the landing page with my photo in it and the introduction. This has the profile section, which has a small profile about me, and the skills section. And one feature that I'd added was this changing or the transition. On clicking the skill, it shows you my proficiency that I have in that skill. So HTML, Node, CSS, JavaScript, and React. You can re-click it, and again it shows back the icon. So this is one feature that I'd added. Next up, we have the timeline, which is a really cool looking timeline feature, which is for professional, and I'd added a similar for educational. So it tells about the entire professional journey that I had. I had 3 internships done along with my current web development work that I'm doing. In my educational experience, I have done my coding from Manipal Universities, my computer science, and my high school from Thakur Vidya Mandir, and my 10th standard from LFS, this is Lokhandwala Foundation School. Next up, we have the certificates. On clicking a certificate, basically redirects you to a new page where it shows you the screenshot of the certificate that I've completed. Of course, you can always verify it at this website link just to reconfirm it. So you can see that I've completed for JavaScript, PHP, and SQL, deep learning, and a few more certificates that I've done. Next up, we have the contact me section where a person, if they want to reach out to me, can simply say, hello, I really like your website. And if they do that and they click this button, they will automatically have the Outlook open along with the basically the title being shown in the title section. And I really like the website being shown in the body section. So this is another feature that I had added. I'll just quickly discard this and close this. And clicking this links basically again opens a new tab where it navigates you to my LinkedIn page, my GitHub code, my Insta, and my Facebook. So this is the main features that I had added. Along with this, on the side, I have these navigation bars, which lets you choose. So if you want to go to the home page again, you can simply click on the button, you're back in the home page. If you want to go to the contact me section again, you can simply go there. Also, this website is highly responsive, which means that if I click on inspect button, you can see that no matter what device you're using it, it will still be responsive. So even if as I say, if I keep reducing the size of it, you can see that it does not break at any given point, and it still looks clean and crisp. So even when you're using a phone, you can see that it works properly. And if you notice the timeline section, initially it's in 2 phases with the left and the right section, but as you reduce the size of it, all of it comes in the left section only. Again, this is for responsiveness. So these are the basic features that I've added in this website. It is in dark mode because I feel that nowadays we prefer dark mode more. So finally, now we can come to the coding section of it. So as I said, there are only 3 files that I have. There's an HTML file, there's a CSS file, and a JS file. The photos basically are for the skills part. So there is a 60% skill part, there's a 50% skill part, and uh, that is for this one, the 75%, 80%. So these are the screenshots that are stored in the file, which are present in the photos section. Coming to index.html, you can see that initially I have the nav bar with the main category is being resume. So the main category is resume, and the subcategories are basically my profile, timeline, certificates, and my contact me section. There is nothing much to explain here. This is a unordered list with list items stored. Finally, coming to the content section. This content section is divided into pages. So we have page 1, which is this page. The next up we have page 2, which which is this page. Page 3 is certificates, and finally page 4 is the contact me section. So that's how it's divided into. Page 1, we have the introduction with, as usual, classes and everything getting displayed here itself. So there is no backend here. Everything is done in the HTML file. Even all the texts are hard coded. This is because back in 2020, around 2 years back, I had recently started learning about web development. And although I had knowledge about backend, I didn't have much knowledge. And I believe that the resume need not have a back database to store data into. So I thought it would be much easier for me to just code in the front end. So that's why you can see that everything is hard coded here itself. So these are different classes for giving you the look and feel that you can currently see. I'll just quickly reduce the size of this. Next up, coming to page 2, we have the timeline section, which is the, if I click here, this is the timeline section, as you can see. Again, nothing much to explain. There's a professional, which is the title, and the time. This is how the timeline is created. There's multiple sections of divs, and inside that there are even more divs to give you the look and feel of the timeline. Uh, Finally, not finally, coming to the certificate sections, which is page 3. We have the anchor tag, which when you click on it, it basically opens a new tab since it's target_blank to this website. Uh, and then you can also have the image to display that image. The same goes for all the certificates that I've created. Finally, coming to page 4, we have the email section. So this is a form, which is basically, if I click here, this is a form. So if you send the title and message, let's say if you do not give anything, it will ask you to fill it out. So there is a validation required, validation also performed here. And once the validation is done on submit, this function is called return send email with an event. And then we have the contact section where I've given where I'm currently residing in, my Gmail ID, along with my socials. So this is the HTML file. Coming to the CSS file, again, nothing much to say. Every single class and every single ID has been assigned here, along with padding, margin, colors, and everything. It's a fairly simple website, so it's nothing much to explain over here. Next up, we have the JavaScript. So this is basically done for the anchoring tag. So here what happens is when you click over here, it should be able to take you out. So normally there was an issue that I was facing was when I click here and then I click here, this was not getting called. So that gets fixed when I remove the hash. Uh, Next up we have so these are the different functions that I've used it for. And finally, we have the send email function, which is basically once you click on the send email function, it will open a window to your mail file with my Gmail ID as the receiver, and the subject will be the title that you have posted along with the body that you have made. So fairly simple and fairly self-explanatory, and I hope you like my website. And yes, that's it. Thank you so much.